Okay, I think we're probably good to get started here. So the listings option available in kvCORE. So when you go over to the far left side, it's right here. It's the third option from the top, and it brings up the entire MLS. So you see it's got all of these properties, um, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of properties. It's got 10,000 listings that you can pull from. So of course you want to search or filter out. So let's just, to search a property, you would just type in the address or the MLS number. Um, or if you want to filter out, like if you're working with a buyer, um, let's first look at the filter option. So going back, right here at the top, right beneath property listings, there's the filter option. So you click filter, and it's going to give you a whole bunch of different sorting options. So let's say you're starting to work with first of all, right now it's showing all listings. You might want to have it show only your listings if you have one or more, um, or you want it to show only listings from our office, from our agency. You can do that. So I'm going to apply that filter. So here's only Metro Roberts listings. So if you wanted to quickly find a property that you know is listed with Metro Roberts, you can definitely do that very easily. So that's a strong filter. But if you would just want all properties, like if you're working with a buyer who has, you know, their regular criteria, you would just want to have all on here, so that you don't limit your search. You can also, if you want to find a particular property as well that you know is listed by a particular agent, you can type in that agent's name here. Like if I know that Sharon has a listing, I will just type in Sharon stock. Where is she? There she is. So I would just go here and I would find Sharon's listings. So you can sort by the listing agent, and then you can start to put in search criteria. So let's say a buyer wants you to send them all of the properties in Lancaster that are, and they're willing to buy anything up to 180,000. So let's say, okay, we'll type in Lancaster. We'll just do the Lancaster area. We'll do the city of Lancaster because it's got way more results here. You can see the amount of results there. So this is 1,150 properties. But you also can see here, as I said, that probably won't work. He said he wanted to go up to 180,000. You can see the average price is going for 221,000. So we might have to increase that a little bit, just to get our results better. So let's for a minimum, let's do minimum 115,000, just so that we don't get any investment properties. You know, we want to get only properties that we might actually seriously consider. And we'll go as high as 210,000. The square footage and the acreage doesn't really bother them. But let's say they're moving the whole crew. They're moving it's your buyer, his wife, and 2 other kids. So they want at least they want 3+ bedrooms. I'm sorry, they want 2+ bathrooms, and they want 3+ bedrooms. The property type, you know, no real. He doesn't have a real opinion on it, but as you can see, you have all these options. So you might have a buyer that wants investment properties or land. You can do all that through here. Of course, multifamily. style. They might want a cape. They might want a colonial. You know, you can put it in all these options for your build, general options, structural options, rental options, none of these, and then also keywords. So you can type in any possible keywords. Let's apply the filter. See what we got. Okay, so we got no results here. What I think I did is I think I messed up the price here. I think that you're not supposed to put the commas. I know that I've some of the places on kvCORE are a little bit different with how they want their price ranges typed out. There we go. So going back, what I did was I took out the commas in my price range. So kvCORE in this part on the listings doesn't like the commas, so you might get no results on your when you put in a price range. So here are all these properties. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll through here, and I'm going to say, okay, these are all they all have 3 bedrooms, and or 3 or more bedrooms and 2 or more bathrooms. So what I can do here is it's got all 11 of my listings. What I can do here is I can click select all, and I can email this list of listings to one of my contacts. I would just type the contact's name in here, and then the text of this email will say, I think you might like these listings, and it'll have the link to them right here. What you can also do is you can select them all, and you can text the listings to that contact with the same type of message, or you can type out your own message. You're free to edit this. So they'll get a list of all these listings. And you can also, so that's what you can do with these, with all these listings. But let's say they have one that they really like. They really like, let's see here. They really like this one, 321 Lake Avenue. What you can do is you can also you can pull up similar listings. So all the listings in the area that are the kvCORE reads are similar to this one. And you can look at them, you know, that you can see it kind of whittled down. The prices are a little bit lower. They're a little bit more similar to what this is. And you can text, you can look at some of these listings, or you can just text them all or email them all to that, to your buyer, same way that we just did in the last one. What you can also do too is you can select some of these listings, and you can save them. So you can add them to save, and then you can pull them up quickly if you need access to them again. You can also just add a single listing to the save. So let's say this is like one they're really eyeing. You can save it right here. And you can save it for a contact. So you might want that, like if this buyer is really, like this is what they're looking for, you would just save it for them, for that one buyer. You put the buyer's name in here and you'd save it to their profile. And that way you guys can really keep your eye on this listing. You can also look at nearby listings. So they say, okay, I really like this one. I like the area, but I'm not sure if I'm crazy about this house particularly. You can look at listings that are close by. So this is like, it'll show the proximity to the listing. So this is these are all less than a half mile away. You can say, hey, here are all of the listings that are similarly priced, but less than a half mile away from that other listing. You can send them that way. So there's a lot you can do here with listings. And you don't have to just be promoting a particular listing. does anyone have any questions about that? Does anyone have any questions about the listings option? There's a lot you can do with working with a buyer. Does anyone have any questions about some of the things you can do in this listings option? Okay, so that's all I've got for listings. As you can see, there's a lot you can do. You can email them to hashtags. You can text them to hashtags. If you want to just keep your people in the loop, you can once a week send out. Oh, we do have a question. Can you add more than one area? Yes, you can. Let's do that. So we have our filters applied here. You can add, you would just so see where it says Lancaster. You would just type in, let's say they want Elma, so we'll do Elma. And you apply those filters. And you see it brings up even more listings. So it added 10 listings. We had 11 with Lancaster. It added 10 more to bring us to 21 listings. And when this happens, and when you get several listings, you want to make sure that they all show on the same page. So you want to make it, up here, you want to show, right now it's only showing 20 rows, but we have 21 listings in our results. You'll want to have it show 50 rows so that all of our listings are showing up here. Do we have any other questions? So it's very simple. This is one of our shorter webinars we've done, but it's very simple. But it's very useful, and it's very quick. So you see, like, this was very short, but that's because there aren't too many steps involved with filtering out listings, selecting them all, and then really using some of those listings that they're interested in and finding more that they also might be interested in. I think it's pretty cool that you can show listings that are similarly priced, that are within a close proximity to them. So those are very powerful tools. Well, okay, if we don't have any further questions, I will close this out. And if you have any other questions as you see fit, you can give me a call or send me an email, and I'd be happy to help you out with anything else. So thank you for tuning in. And I will be hosting another webinar at 11 about text codes. So I hope to see many of you soon. Bye.